හිතෙන්නේ දිල් තෝ පාගල් කොනක ඉඳන් බැලුවා පෙනෙන්නේ ඇගේ රූප ලාවට ඇල්ලුවා නිල මං ගාම ඕනෙන් ඉන්න ඒ ආසම නෑ මං ගන්න ආපහු දුන්න තේබල් කොට බොන්න ඕන නම් අපි දෙන්නම බමු ඒ පෙනුම කලු උනත් නැ හිතනම් බලු මම යවන්න පළු ආසනම් කවන්න සුදු සල්ලු කඩන්න තරම් නැ ෂෝඩි හිතනම් රළු පිටි බල්ලලම ලං කරගත්තේ හැමදේම අපල සල්ලි නැ
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists from around the world, both established artists and non-established artists. And I promise you that you will not be disappointed whatsoever. So why don't you come and join me in discovering amazing talented artists and bringing it to the forefront of my channel for us to review. Now, my first reaction of today, and I've got it right here, it is going to be Meka Athal, Wisa featuring Lucky 7, Isha Nasty and BK. That's right, we're going over to Sri Lanka. Now, as you know that I am a brand new supporter of Sri Lanka, and I started reacting to Sri Lankan music in the best end of last year. So bringing into the new year, we're going to have, bringing into the new year, as in not new year, as in 2022, we're going to do a hell of a lot more in, I'm going to do a hell of a lot more in supporting Sri Lankan music, going back from where it's, from the OGs, you know, the old generals, all the way up to the new modern term element of music and how they incorporate each other and how they blend in each other, what the fusion is between the two, have they learned anything, have they not learned anything, you know, things like that. So far I find it absolutely amazing, the most so vibrant, very much a talent, surprised by the reggae. I can't wait to react to more of the reggae coming over Sri Lanka as well, and more of the hip-hop as well. Anyway, look, I'm blabbering on way too much, apologies for that. Once again, I would love you to follow me on Instagram, that's Uncle Momo's Music Reactions. And don't forget, if you haven't done already, to subscribe to my channel, as well as hitting the notification button to indicate to you when my next uploads will be. Now look, without further ado, you know what we're here for, don't you? That's right, great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it? The intro already. Pass this message over to her.
Meka Athal හිතෙන්නේ දිල් තෝ පාගල් කොනක ඉඳන් බැලුවා පෙනෙන්නේ ඇගේ රූප ලාවට ඇල්ලුවා නිල මං ගාම ඕනෙන් ඉන්න ඒ ආසම නෑ මං ගන්න ආපහු දුන්න තේබල් කොට බොන්න ඕන නම් අපි දෙන්නම බමු ඒ පෙනුම කලු උනත් නැ හිතනම් බලු මම යවන්න පළු ආසනම් කවන්න සුදු සල්ලු කඩන්න තරම් නැ ෂෝඩි හිතනම් රළු පිටි බල්ලලම ලං කරගත්තේ හැමදේම අපල සල්ලි නැත්ත නැති වෙන්නේ හැමදේම අපල කෙල්ලේ හොයන් එන්නද බැන්නේ රස කෑම අපි දෙන්නගේ ආසල් දිනව මේ වගේ හැමදාම හංගතාව මගේ පාරේ ගැසෙන අස්ව ලස්සන නුඹේ නපුරු බල්මට දිගැසි නුඹේ නම් දෙයක් නැ කියන්න අව ලස්සන දෙපාරක් හිතලයි ගහන්නේ කසාද අත්සන.
I'm going to stop it right there for a second, and I don't normally pause. I love everything about this track, but at the same time, because if you didn't tell me that this was from Sri Lanka, I wouldn't have thought it was from Sri Lanka. From the music that I've listened to coming from Sri Lankan music, this one here is, for me, it's more, it feels for me more closely to you know, like the Hindi kind of thing, or that's what I'm feeling, is more of the Hindi rather than Sri Lanka. So is this a case of that this is actually Sri Lankan and I haven't really gone in depth into Sri Lankan music to discover music like this? and this is where it all comes from, stems from, and it's Hindu music that's sort of and you know, music from Pakistan that's sort of like taken certain essence from different kind of parts of the islands around Asia, and incorporate into their sounds. So is that what I'm getting? So let me know about that. So this is, like I said, so maybe I'm going on the reverse because I actually coached judo and various other musics from India and surrounding countries around India. When I'm hearing, like I said, this is the first time I'm hearing Sri Lankan music sounds more closely to Hindu music, so to speak. So it'd be very interesting to find out regarding the the connections. Is this actually Sri Lankan music, and is the Hinduism and Hindu music that's taken certain essence? So that's what I'm thinking. And because I haven't really discovered Sri Lanka, just discovered Sri Lanka, I'm sort of like connecting the dots with other countries that I've already reacted to. So it's kind of reverse play. It'd be interesting for you guys to let me know about that. I'm going to go back just a little bit. I haven't said that in ages. I love it. Apologies for that. I'm going to go back to about, say, Kia.
Mona Lisa wage hadawate andila danum berubera samana karanne kelle nane Mona devaluna gederin okamati nan api denna panala yamu kohanda paane Mona Lisa wage hadawate andila danum berubera samana karanne kelle nane Mona devaluna gederin okamati nan api denna panala yamu kohanda paane ආදරට නුඹට කිව්වේ බාසි මං උදේ පාන්දර දැක්ක ගම ගැසි හිත හිරි වැටන ඒ හැරිලා බලද්දි මගේ වාස ගම ගන්න කෙල්ල වෙන්න ලෑසි දැන් මාලිගාව මගේ නුඹයි ඒකේ රජිනී ඔයා ළඟ ඉන්න විතරයි මම කැමති ආදරේ ළඟදි කටවත්ම නැ දෙවනි පළමු තැන නුඹට විතරයි දෙන්නේ ෂෝඩේ තාම නුඹ ගාව කෙලේ ඔයා ළඟ මම ඉන්න කැමති කළු රෑක හඳ පානේ අපි දෙන්න සිහිනයක් මත වැතිරි ආදර යනු සෙල්ල මම තින්න මේ ගිවිසුමේ අරමුණ නුඹ හින්දා නුඹ ප්‍රතිහාරයක්සේ ආදරේ දුන්නා නුඹේ රුව ළඟ පරදින සින්ඩරෙල්ලා
Girls are fantastic. I can't wait to get out there.
Mona Lisa wage hadawate andila danum berubera samana karanne kelle nane Mona devaluna gederin okamati nan api denna panala yamu kohanda paane Mona Lisa wage hadawate andila danum berubera samana karanne kelle nane Mona devaluna gederin okamati nan api denna panala yamu kohanda paane handa paane yamudda api aaye hada penduna nitara nubata mawa aale mataka wasi vetti rama geuna kame සීතලට තුරුවි නටමු වෙදිකාවේ ඊන ගාන යක්ති හිතේ නුඹේ රුව මතුවි බෝරු ගාව නුඹ මන්න මාලි වගේ සැරසි ආදු මැද පාට වැසේ අපි දෙන්න තනිවි ආලේ බැඳ මාලිගාවේ නුඹ ළඟ වැතිරි වෙනන්නේ මගේ ළඟ හුරතලේ දාගෙන සයිකල්ලේ පදින්නම් ඔයව වැවරෝ මේ ගෙනියන්න නංගි වැව වටේ කමුකෝ අපි වඩේ රබන්නේ ඇයි අනේ මැනික මගේ දාගෙන යද්දි හැමෝම බලේ ටිකක් කීරිසියාවෙන් මගේ ළඟ ඉද්දි නං ඉන්නේ සිරියාවෙන් You know what it is. Like some baby. BK, Nasty, Jaya Station, Wisa Wmb. Mona Lisa wage hadawate andila danum berubera samana karanne kelle nane Mona devaluna gederin okamati nan api denna panala yamu kohanda paane Mona Lisa wage hadawate andila danum berubera samana karanne kelle nane Mona devaluna gederin okamati nan api denna panala yamu kohanda paane
So that was Meka Athal. I think that's the name of the song with Wisa, featuring Lucky 7, Isha, Nasty, and BK. This was released in December the 20th. It's just got underneath 500,000 views, so it's doing really well. We'll see what else I can tell you about it. Directed by Migzzy, Mindblaster, Pop Edit, Gaishu. The music is Amila. It's Jaya Station. Which he said respect to Jayasekara at the end. You heard him say that. Mixed and mastered by Amila as well. Respect to the costumes as well. Bad Child. And I wanted to find out who the dancers are, who the girls are. It's got the cast. Okay. Vampire. It's got Harsha is the vampire. Deewani is the jazz. Ani is Bunchy. Jandi is Chandu, and it's got Thili Fernando, Mino Dil, and DJ Rukshan as well. So I'm not too sure about where are the girls in this. Wait a minute, did you say Mona Lisa here somewhere? I saw, yeah, Mona Lisa and Wage. So there you go. He did say something about Mona Lisa. Anyway, look. I love the vibe of this track. I love the girls of there. That's what I can't wait to get over to Sri Lanka. Hopefully it will be in March, April, around about that time. And I'm going to do a kind of a video blog of, recording for me leaving my place, jumping on the airplane, reaching there into my hotel, and then doing some interviews and so forth. So look forward to that coming in around about, say, April, March, I reckon. Around about that time, I'll be going over there. If not, at the very least, in the end of May. And that's to see if I can get my days off work to do so. Good, sorry, that's me blabbering on. Let's go on to the track as well. Now, once again, I didn't put the subtitles on because I've learned from YouTube subtitles. It doesn't really go, man. And I've done it so many times when one thing's talking about, sorry, my laptop almost fell. When they was talking about, it says something in the rap and then the word sort of like kettle pot or lorry comes in. You think, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. So what I normally do is, if it's in the description page, then I will copy it and then I'll translate it and then I understand it from there. If you guys got the, I haven't looked in the description. No, actually, it's not in the description page. But if any of you guys can ascertain any of the lyrical contents for me to translate it into English, then please pass it over to myself, because I would love to put it on my description page for the non-Sri Lankans to understand the lyrical contents. But if you want to get a grasp of it, I wouldn't really recommend you to go onto the YouTube subtitles, even though it's the first. When I looked at it, I believe the actual subtitle contents is in Spanish. Yeah, auto-generated Spanish. So if you go to auto-translate it and select English, then it will give you some sort of understanding of it. But you know what? I'm going to check it out. I'm going to put it on and I'm going to see from there if I understand the lyrical contents. But I love, like I said before, the music in itself. It kind of gave me the Hindi kind of vibe, you know. That's what I'm associating that with, the Hindi vibe and the Pakistani vibe. So, and I don't necessarily, and this is the first time where I'm seeing the connection. Well, seeing someone from Sri Lanka actually doing that. So, for me, it was like, wow. Okay, even though there is, obviously there's a lot of history in there that I don't know. There's a lot of things that I don't know regarding the connection regarding the moods, style and genres. I know about the Spanish and the Puerto Rican side of things, which was a shock to me. I was like, what? So I understand it from reacting to Yahani's songs, and it was very, very Spanish, and then you explained to me about that. So obviously there's a lot more history that is yet to be uncovered, and obviously history. When you get different countries associated with your country regarding history, you will find a profound volume of music structure that comes in within as well. And then you'll find obviously a blend, a fusion of different kind of instruments that will get, that will fuse together. And normally that comes from the people of the working class people. Because somehow where you get the fusion, it always comes from working class people or the lower class people. You get the fusion because those are the ones that are obviously working. Those are the people that are always affected by culture. When anybody's coming into your country, they got to start from the bottom or some sort, or they if they're rich, then they'll get a poor person to work for them or whatever, blah blah blah. But it's always the lower class to the working class that has the more I would call it will get more influence from other cultures when they come into their country. I know it's weird. So it's nice to see, it'll be interesting to see how everything was fused together, the history of how things was fused together regarding music. Because I've seen so many different kinds of styles of music that's coming over from Sri Lanka, which is a surprise to me and a pleasant surprise to me. But I would not necessarily think that it would that it would necessarily be there. And that's the magic about music. That's the love about music, when you get so many different kind of cultural influence, but still have these your native balance. Which will be the foundation to add on other different kind of musical influences from other countries. And if this is what it is, if this is what I understand it and I'm right by it, then I'm absolutely, it's brilliant. And to have it in a rap format, it just shows you the modern growth of the standard where we are right now around the world, and how the modern element can easily transcend to other countries where we can all appreciate it. Like myself, I don't understand the language, but I thoroughly enjoyed the visuals, I thoroughly enjoyed the music, thoroughly enjoyed the rap element on there as well. Everything's just so intriguing what everybody, different parts of the world is doing. And also how close they are in finding that balance where everybody else from other countries can understand it or feel the vibe from it, more importantly. And right there, you've got it right there. And it's absolutely amazing. It really is. Hats off to all of you. And carry on doing what you're doing, seriously. It's not only for your country anymore. You know, people from around the world are enjoying what you're doing, even though they're not understanding the language. There's much more to understand other than your language. It's enjoying the music to investigate more of the language. It demands to do your due diligence and find the right subtitles to understand the language for you to enjoy what's going on. But like I said, there's, other than your language, there's more to enjoy of music. Your body will certainly understand it. Your body would be doing that straight away. But it's your mind that's got to be catching up. But yeah, absolutely amazing, really brilliant. And for that reason, I salute you. Boom!
Menike mage dagane addi hammoma bala tikak kirisiyawen mage langa itti nangine siriyawen. Yeah. You know what it is. Like some baby. BK Nasty Jaya Station Wisa Wmb. Mona Lisa bage hadde vete andila danumbe ruber samane kar